So I have a marketing degree before I have a seminary degree, and I am always hyper-synthesizing advertising. And perhaps you have noticed that marketers, perhaps not unlike myself, have grouped together categories of fitness, appearance, nutrition, sleep, and mindfulness, and dubbed them the wellness industry, which reports say globally amounts for something close to $7 trillion, a number that has continued to grow exponentially since the pandemic, just $2 trillion a few years ago. We are longing to be made well. We have increasing levels of burnout and worse overall health, but have never had so many messages and messengers telling us how to be well. Jesus never meant to become another one of those voices, the kind that tell us, we are good to go. We're gonna be free as long as you line up, get X, Y, and Z together, and mind your manners. Then we will be well. Jesus heals every single one of the lepers that come toward him as he came passing through their in-between world. He doesn't just heal the ones that knew the right way to ask or could prove that they deserved it. He doesn't keep the best stuff for the ones who know his same buddies from back home or could win him the most merit points. Virtuous and meaningful as it may be, Jesus doesn't hold blessings over heads until someone has a better attitude or says the magic word, please and thank you. This blessing in restoration is even for those who didn't sing Jesus' praises and those who went a different way. These lepers didn't have modern medicine with which to understand and explain whatever skin condition got them tagged as officially too icky to hang out with. And so they're forced to live outside the city limits, the place where trash piles up from being dumped, because no one bothers when it doesn't belong to them. And anything that confronts us with sadness or decay or death must be put somewhere else, out of sight. And this is what the world and its algorithms will tell us are necessary to be well and safe and at peace. Sometimes I wonder if we have become so adapted and even comfortable in this bread isolation that we resist and even fear connection and belonging. Cole Arthur Riley writes in her book that if you go without belonging for long enough, if you've known the sting of betrayal, you can end up manufacturing an identity from your alienation. Heartache, trauma, and depression can all cause us to resist the very things that would restore us. Touch, community, voice. How many of us are aware that there's something unsettled in our hearts, but we just keep plowing on to the next thing? We know that we're hustling to keep up appearances, even when a friend gave us the name of a good therapist we should talk to. We are lonely deep in our bones, but still don't accept the invitation of others. Lepers are pronounced unclean and untouchable, cut off from their neighborhoods, their families, shared public places, shared moments, and certainly sacred places. For years and for lifetimes, they are the ones that people dodge and whisper about and even pray for as they pass right on by. So when Jesus draws near and doesn't turn away, I think healing has already begun. It is this life-giving power of being seen and held and blessed, even when we're raw and unmasked and stuck. I know such a love makes me feel more alive and free, whether or not anything else about my situation changes. I have a friend who served as a hospice chaplain here at Texas Children's, and I cannot imagine a more difficult job. Her work is to tend to those whose bodies will not know full healing in this life. But she has taught me to reconsider how I think of healing. She helps her patients imagine what goodness might look like for them, not beyond, but within their current circumstances. So instead of a hope in which they wish only for a miracle, they can imagine healing anew as making it down the hall to eat lunch in the cafeteria, or reconnecting with family and friends, writing parts of their story they haven't shared before. Such stories tug at our hearts and surely hold a gospel liberation that points to enduring wellness and wholeness, even when physical and mental health is not probable or possible. It seems like more than the power of positive thinking and Pollyanna worldviews. It is the proclamation, the embodiment of life and love, even in the face of decay and death. All of us just want to be well, to have our hearts mended, to be with the people we love for breakfast and birthdays, to be ourselves, to share the weight of suffering and the bounty of joy. It is this bountiful joy that leads a healed person to circle around, to celebrate, to take a moment away from the next to-do and let something good be bathed in love and light for a moment without rushing ahead. Perhaps the time to stop and take notice of what is good and dwell in it is part of being made well. Perhaps for some, this means of restoration and wellness and joy will come from a stranger from some other place, or a fellow outcast who makes sure that we don't miss something good when it comes around. Perhaps, as in the witness of St. Francis and our hymns, it comes in earth and all stars, boiling test tubes and pounding steel, pets, and the way sister wind rustles and brother sun dances, encouraging us to go outside and take a breath, to go for a walk or cuddle on the couch, to cry out for mercy and justice, and to appreciate what has helped us and echo that for another. All creation reminds and ushers us into this wellness that restores and joy that echoes. So may it be, and thanks be to God. Amen.